Good morning students, myself Paras Agrawal and it is your channel that is chemistry learning. So now here I am with the next topic of 11th class, that is the discovery of electron. It is from the second chapter, structure of atom. So my dear students, in the previous video I have explained you about the basics of the atom that you all have studied before also. In that I have given you some important terms also. So now today we will see the discovery of electron. My dear students, you all know the electron was discovered by J.J. Thomson, and in the previous video also I have told you that electron is not only discovered by the J.J. Thomson. Actually this work and all the work that a particular scientist is doing, that all are teamwork. Okay, so in this experiment, in this discovery also, Thomson and his team worked all together and this led to the discovery of electron. So now let's begin with the discovery of electron, our new topic and one of the most important topic. So I request you to take your pen and paper so that you can note down some important things. So my dear students, this you all know that electron was discovered by J.J. Thomson in 1897. Okay, so in 1897, again I am repeating the same thing, the electron discovery credit goes to J.J. Thomson, but the term electron was not coined by the J.J. Thomson. The electron term was coined by Stoney. In previous video I have told you this. So one more thing my dear students, before starting this, you all know that the gases are the poor conductor of electricity under the normal conditions. But whenever the high voltage is applied on them, on the gases at very low pressure, then they act as a conductor of electricity. And what will happen? They start flowing in the form of rays. That only is done by the discharge tube experiment. This is the discharge tube experiment and this cylindrical tube is known as discharge tube. The another name of this discharge tube, it is also known as cathode tube, and it is also known as one more important name, it is crook tube. Now I have told you not only J.J. Thomson has worked, one of the scientists who worked under the J.J. Thomson, that is Crook, and as by his name only, the cylindrical tube is named as the Crook tube. Now we'll come to the topic C. So in the discovery of electron, Thomson have used a discharge tube that is approximate 50 centimeter long. This tube is about 50 centimeter long, and this tube is it is connected with the high voltage, that is potential difference for both the electrodes is very high, that is approx 10,000 volt, and in this he has placed one evacuation pump so that if we will fill any gas in the vacuum tube or the discharge tube, so that it can maintain a very low pressure. Because of this evacuation pump only, if we will fill any gas inside the discharge tube, it will make it as a vacuum. Not only negligible, some pressure is there. What pressure we have to maintain, that is only maintained by the evacuation pump. That is approx 10 to the power, means overall the pressure is 1 millimeter to 10 millimeter mmHg. 1 millimeter to 10 millimeter of mmHg. This much pressure is created inside this discharge tube. Now two electrodes, one electrode is cathode and another one electrode is anode, but we have some difference in cathode and anode. Cathode is one electrode, and the anode is used that is perforated anode, my dear student. You can write this term perforated anode. First thing is that what is perforated anode? Perforated anode means a electrode. It is a type of anode, is an electrode only, but in this electrode some pores or holes are there. Now why these holes are made? First thing, what is perforated anode? It is a type of anode rod which is having some holes. Between the rods some holes are there. Now why these holes are made, my dear students? These holes are made because if any rays passing through the cathode, then easily it will pass through the holes of the anode to the back of the anode. Now why the rays, what conclusion we will get, that also we will see. After this electrode, at the back of the anode, some fluorescence material has been placed or polished. Now this fluorescence material is actually greenish yellow color. The color of the fluorescence material is greenish yellow. You all have seen in the cathode tube of the television, it is also there. So that is fluorescence material, and one of the fluorescence material that was used by J.J. Thomson in his experiment, that is zinc sulfide. It is only greenish yellow color. Now what is the use of fluorescence material in this? So the fluorescence material, you all know, in the discovery of electron, I have told you this, that the rays are passing. Whether the rays are visible to us? No. If the rays are not visible to us, then how we will identify that some rays are moving from this to this side? By using some extra things. So for that only J.J. Thomson have used the fluorescence material. Now what he have observed, now we will come to the experiment. These are the things, or these are the equipments that are used in the discovery of the electrons. Now what is the procedure of the discovery of electron, that also we will see. So in the discovery of electron, through a very high potential difference, that is approx 10,000 volt, what will happen? See, this is a cathode. It is a metal. Electrode is a metal. It is also a metal. The difference is that over that electrons are there or the charge is there. It is negative metal. It is positive metal. So what will happen? Because of this very high voltage, what will happen? This negative metal or negative electrode, over that some charge is there. That charge is attracted by the positive electrode, that is perforated anode. And what will happen? The rays start moving from cathode to anode. But now these rays are invisible. So what will happen? This you all know, the speed of the rays, cathode ray is very high. So at very high speed they will move without any disturbance. Now why there is no disturbance? Because of very low pressure. Because the pressure is approx 10 to the power minus 3 millimeter of Hg, it is quite negligible. We can't say it is negligible, but it is approx quietly negligible. So that there is no disturbance between the cathode rays, they will move straight at very high speed, and through the holes they will strike at the polished surface of fluorescence. Where they will strike? They will strike at the polished surface of the fluorescence, and after the strikement, fluorescence material start glowing. After the glowing, the scientists have concluded, or J.J. Thomson and his team has concluded, that some rays are passing through cathode to the anode. Some rays are passing from cathode to the anode, and these rays are named as the cathode rays, and this discovery led to the this experiment led to the discovery of electron. Now after this we have some properties of the cathode rays that also we'll discuss, but in the next video we'll discuss with that. And in this or maybe in the next video I will try to give you some important question related to these three lectures only, but you have to focus on each and every topic. If I am missing any topic, you can message me in the comments, so I will make the video on that particular topic. So my dear students, this is the discovery of electron, and in that if you have any doubt you can ask. Thank you. And one more thing, please subscribe the channel so that you will not miss even a single update of any class lecture. Okay, thank you.